Hello. Hello. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back, actually. My name is OcSong, the soul singer, and you are watching the Indie Vlogs, where I take you on my trials, tribulations, motivations, and inspirations. What are we doing today? Well, today we are doing another episode of The Side Job. I have many side jobs. One of the side jobs that I have is in catering. And so last time I showed you a video, or last time I showed you a little bit of, what happens behind the scenes in catering. So I've done all kinds of events. I work on the high end of catering, and this today is a wedding. So in this wedding, my job was co-manager, co-event manager, which means that I help with the staffing and we help with the setting up and the breaking down. Particularly my job was to kind of watch and help out with the entertainment as well. So this was cool because every wedding is different. Sometimes they have a live band, or they have a DJ, or they have both, or special entertainers and special fun stuff. This wedding was no different. We had 4 trucks come in from Aztec in Houston, and of course when the trucks come in, we get to unload them. We had 4 of them. They have the tables and chairs and decorations and curtains and rods and plates and bowls and napkins. And we're at the Lone Star Flight Museum in Houston. Nick and Carlos are not here yet, but it's going to be so beautiful. I mean, look, I am in my set of clothes. I am ready. I had lots of flowers and really pretty setup. So we started out in this hangar with nothing, and then within 2 hours time we transformed it into something else. We set up a stage for the band, we built lights, we put up the tables and all of the linen, and then we decorated each table and put candles, and we lowered the big house lights, and it just transformed into something pretty beautiful. This is Lee, the other manager of the party, and she's and one of the bartenders back there. This is some of the staff, and one of these little cool yellow helicopters. I really loved it. And hey guys, and of course they did the food, set it up, and we have our bar. Sherilyn doing the bartending there, and he had a harp player, and it was really just kind of beautiful. It was fun.
Congratulations.
Catering? So follow me.
You wanna have money? You wanna Bugatti? You wanna Maserati? You better work. I'm Mrs. Rich and famous.
You want a piece of me?
I think I did it again.
Hi, Carlos and Nicholas. Thank you so much for having me.
We also hear some footage of some other parties that we set up throughout the season. We're coming to the end of the season now. It's basically over around January 3rd or January 4th. So I have a few more events. So, did you enjoy the video? I hope that you did. Yes, some people got some money, honey. It is a boss on some of these events, right? Like the decorations are over the top. So I chose to do another side job vlog today because I'm in the middle of side job season for me. You know, for this particular wedding, you know, no dollar signs were spared. So the Lone Star Flight Museum is where this wedding was held, in a hangar with old airplanes, military planes. Well, I couldn't tell you about planes. Don't get me started about the planes. I can't even tell you about cars. So let's just say it was at the Lone Star Flight Museum in the hangar, and there was a live band, the staff. My goal is this year, and it's a goal, I don't know if I will achieve this goal or not, but definitely I'm working towards that, is to go 100% transition into just musicianship full time. It can be difficult because, you know, living in a city is expensive. When you're making a transition and you don't have an agent or a manager or somebody booking it for you, and you are going out looking for your own concerts, etc., can make things a little tricky. So, but I am ready to make the transition. So, but in the interim, I really want to encourage those of you out there who are just getting started, like when I was getting started, get you a side job or a couple of side jobs, and make the money while you create your art. That way, you have more time for the art, or at least that's how it works for me. I just want to explain that too, because not every musician is the same. I choose not to do cover bands for myself as a way of paying my bills, because the amount of time and work that it takes to learn 100, 200, 300 cover songs for any given night at any given location takes a lot of time. Then you have to rehearse with those bands. It takes a ton of time. And then you play those gigs. And I consider them gigs, not concerts. And maybe you make $150, $200 in a good city if you're lucky. In a very busy city like New York or Paris or Tokyo, you're gonna make less. Or Austin, you're gonna make less. Why? Because there's more musicians. The more musicians, the less money you'll make, because some people will take the lower money. It's just that simple. So in the cover band world, you can spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours rehearsing to do that cover band gig for the night that you're gonna make $150, maybe $200 for, and then maybe you do that again for, if you do that Saturday night, Friday night, do it again for Sunday night. If you're lucky, you get a Sunday brunch, which will pay you a little bit less than $150, and then you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Well, what do you do with those nights, and how do you make your money? Are you gonna make $150 a night playing in a cover band during those weekday nights? And when do you have time to rehearse those songs, etc., etc.? So for me, as a writer, as a singer-songwriter, and I try to write as often as possible and create as often as possible, I need to be able to concentrate on the creation part. So what's best for me is to work a side job where I'm not thinking about anything but the job. I do the job. Once the job is complete, I go home. If it's early enough, I work on music. If it's not, I go to sleep, I wake up, I work on music. Then I'm not thinking about the job. I'm not thinking about some new song I have to learn the words to and inflection of for the night. Now that is my choice, because there are so many ways to enjoy being a musical artist. You could be a person who does wedding bands, or you do just cover bands and then, you know, write your songs on the off days. Every situation is different, so don't let anybody tell you how it must be done. Do what is best for you. That's what I do. I do what's best for me. And what's best for me is to work a side job, the money on the side. Then I can create new songs and work on my original music, which is important to me. I wanted to also bring up this topic on the indie vlogs as a resource, or as a resource for myself. I work a lot of side jobs. I meet a lot of people. So I am always networking. Networking for me is a 24/7 job. It is not only at certain times at certain events. I network every single day, all day long, when the opportunity presents itself. So you never know who you're gonna meet. people you work with, people that I worked with on one of my side jobs, tubing. There's a photographer, a videographer, a DJ, and a guitarist. For the wedding that I did for this catered event, the special guest is an artist. And I asked the artist if it would be possible to get an interview for my indie vlogs. And the answer was yes. And just like that, I have another person or another piece of work or content, because the content is important. Let's just face it, the content is important to put it out there, but also it's good to get the angles from different people on what they think about what it's like, what it means to be an indie artist, or what they did as an indie artist to get where they are today. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like it, like it. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that bell. Yeah, hit the bell and you get notifications whenever I upload anything new. Leave me a comment, share the video, ask me a question, whatever you like. If you want to connect with me on Facebook, I am at OcSong the Soul Singer, at OcSong the Soul Singer. If you want to find me on Instagram, I am at I am OcSong. If you found me already on YouTube, so right here. All right, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.